You now have the great fortune of trying the 2017 vintage of Tango Oaks Vineyard Riesling Ice Wine from Red Newt Cellars.
So ice wine is definitely a labor of love. It is incredibly cold when we're going out to pick this fruit because obviously it has to be frozen, hence the concept of ice wine, right? And so 2017 in particular, we had 4 rows that we were able to net and hang at Tango Oaks that we used for our ice wine pick. And I think also of note is that this was a later pick in the season, but also we were able to pick during the day, so it was that consistently cold that we could actually pick ice wine in daylight hours, which was definitely helpful for the first time picking ice wine grapes out of snow. With careful monitoring, we were able to get the ice wine in the press right at the correct temperature within a reasonable time frame and pressed it off. And 2017 was a really interesting year to work with ice wine because it actually was so cold that once we were done pressing, we had to leave it in the juice tray for a couple of days, waiting for it to get warm enough to melt the juice that we had gotten in order to bring it inside and start looking at fermentation.
As Meg's mentioned, 2017 marked the first time that we made ice wine here at Red Newt. It was something that we were really excited to take our hand at when the vintage provided us the correct opportunity. It's also something we wanted to take seriously. You can sometimes get wines that are called iced wine. Those are wines where the grapes are picked at normal ripeness and put into a freezer and then pressed off. Those wines can be interesting, but they differ fundamentally from letting the fruit hang until, in this instance, until Boxing Day is when we actually got out and picked it when it was cold enough. This wine is fascinating for so many reasons. It took it over 3 years to finish fermenting. It was an incredibly long spontaneous fermentation, a technically impossible spontaneous fermentation given the starting bricks. The sugar should be too high for yeast to work. It was really a beautiful trick to put together the entire way, and this wine should age forever.